Hello and welcome to the Workouts for Older Men podcast. I'm Skip LaCour, and I want to take a moment to let you know how much I truly appreciate you being here. Out of all the things you could be doing right now, out of all the distractions pulling at your time, you've chosen to invest in yourself, your fitness, and your personal growth. And that means something. I know what it's like to be a man who's a little older, still pushing hard in the gym, still chasing that next level and refusing to settle. But let's be honest, there comes a point where you realize that hard work alone isn't enough. You've been training for years, maybe decades, yet your results don't quite match your effort. You're good, but you just can't seem to get to great. That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this episode. Today, I'm going to challenge the way you think about your fitness, expose the mindset traps keeping you stuck, and show you exactly why my coaching is the missing piece to your success. You're not alone in this, and you don't have to figure it out by yourself. So let's get to it, because the time for guessing and hoping is over. It's time to finally break through. In this podcast, I want to explain why you're working hard but can't get to great and how. My one-on-one coaching breaks through. You've been at this for years. You train hard, watch your diet, and stay consistent. You're not putting in a 10 out of 10 effort every single day, but you know that with the work you're doing, you should be building more muscle and losing more fat. Yet despite all your effort, the results don't match your expectations. You see some progress, but you can't seem to put it all together. You're good, but you can't seem to get to great. I've worked with thousands of men in your exact situation. What I've discovered over the years is that their frustration doesn't come from a lack of effort. It comes from missing a critical understanding of how to apply that effort for maximum results. And here's the hard truth. You're not going to figure this out on your own through trial and error. Here's why your progress stalls. Think back to when you first started training. Maybe it was 20 years ago. At that time, all you had to do was show up to the gym, lift weights, and clean up your diet. That drastic change alone was enough to get results. You built muscle and lost fat simply because you were doing something instead of nothing. Even if your training wasn't perfect, you were directionally correct. But as the years go by, things change. What used to work doesn't work anymore. Why? Because your body adapts, and what got you results in the beginning isn't enough to push you to the next level. The problem is most men never adjust their approach. They stick to what worked in the past, not realizing they need new strategies to break through plateaus. You've been training for 20, maybe 30 years. You tell yourself, I've been lifting since I was 14, but let's be honest, you're 23% body fat or higher. If that's the case, you don't even know what your physique looks like lean. You think you need to maintain your size, but what you're holding on to isn't all muscle. It's fat, and nobody has convinced you to let go of that size, because deep down you fear losing muscle. Now listen closely. This is the mindset that holds you back. When I coach men one-on-one, I constantly hear the same resistance. That doesn't work for me. Everyone's different. That guy's on drugs. Or I tried that already and it didn't work. The reality, you didn't try it long enough or with the right intensity. You dismissed it too soon because your early results were good enough, so you never revisited strategies that could have taken you further. Your next level is not some brand new, never heard before secret. It's something you've already come across but rejected. You've been hearing the same advice for years, but you're ignoring it. Why? Because in year 2 or 5 of your training, you decided it wasn't for you. Now, in year 20 or 30, you still hold on to that decision, even though your results are stuck. Here's where my coaching changes everything. Here's what I do differently. I don't just give you more information. I get on the phone with you and teach you how to apply it. That's the game changer. Watching videos, reading articles, or getting email tips will only take you so far. Without direct feedback and accountability, you'll keep spinning your wheels, second-guessing yourself, and looking for some magic formula that doesn't exist. That's where my coaching makes the difference. When we work together one-on-one, I identify exactly what's missing from your approach. I challenge your assumptions and get you to reconsider strategies you've dismissed. I check for understanding and make sure you actually implement what works. I guide you past the resistance that has kept you stuck for years. I've spent decades mastering the skill of communication and persuasion, not just fitness. That's why my coaching is different. I know how to help you break through the mental barriers that are keeping you from getting lean, strong, and feeling your best. Now, I want to explain the difference between getting by and mastering it. The reason I reached the highest levels in bodybuilding wasn't just because I trained hard and I was willing to experiment, adapt, and push past what was comfortable. I took risks, suffered defeats, and adjusted until I figured out what worked. I didn't rationalize away strategies just because they were different from what I was used to. I tested them, refined them, and applied them at 100%. That's the difference between staying good and becoming great. Most guys stay in the comfort zone of what they already know. They keep doing the same workouts, following the same diet, and hoping for better results. But hope isn't a strategy. To get to your next level, you need to trust an expert who has been there before, who knows exactly where you're going wrong, and who can guide you past your blind spots. Here's how to finally break through. If you've been frustrated for years, if you've tried everything and still aren't where you want to be, it's time to stop spinning your wheels. It's time to get real, personalized coaching that will finally get you to the level you've been chasing. I work with men just like you every day. I know exactly how to break through the mental and physical blocks that have been holding you back. And I promise you this, if you get on the phone with me, I will pinpoint exactly what's keeping you stuck and show you how to fix it. If you're ready to stop guessing and start getting real results, go to talkwithskip.com, fill out the questionnaire, and text me a picture. In less than 10 minutes, I'll know exactly what's holding you back, and together, we'll fix it. Don't waste another year stuck in the same cycle. Let's finally get you to great. All right, my friend, that's going to wrap up today's episode. I hope this message hit home for you. If you're stuck in the same cycle, if you've been training for years but still feel like you're falling short, it's time to stop spinning your wheels. The reality is, when we're a little older, we don't have the luxury of wasting time. We've got more years behind us than we do in front of us, and that means we need to move with a sense of urgency, whether it's in fitness, in life, or in the way we show up every single day. So don't let another year slip by, wondering why things aren't clicking. Reach out to me. Let's get you on the right path, and let's make sure you're maximizing every bit of time, effort, and energy you put in. Until next time, keep training smart, keep pushing forward, and most importantly, live with a sense of urgency. Have a great day.